What's up, my dude? How you doing? Let me turn down the volume here so I can hear myself talk.
I wouldn't mind stealing a spaceship. You hear what they make satellites out of these days?
It is nice weather now, so I've been rock climbing a lot, not playing as much Overwatch. Let's see how you're doing. I looked at the first couple fights already just to kind of get an idea of what I want to talk about. So let's talk about Brig, in general, what your job is. And I will say I play Brig. I'm not an expert. I know more about Ana and Zen because mainly I play them. But also should Brig if I'm having trouble staying alive. It's a good kind of back pocket option. So we're on Gibraltar. I think the thing at low ranks, and it's tough because you're going to have to play around your teammates no matter what. But the thing that people don't get about it is that it's mostly high ground on first point here. The map is mostly this thing. And on defense, it's really important to hold it because it gives you so many options, especially once I start pushing the cart down through this tunnel, and at least one of them or two of them have to commit to this low ground push here. Because if you're standing up here, depending on what role you're playing, you can drop into their backline, right? You can even drop up here if you're playing a long-range character and Ana as Zen. And you have high ground on them, but you have to mine the respawns. Get a really good nade on them. You can come over here, get a really good nade. Over here, get a really good nade, right? Or this position is really, really strong because it offers this peak. While giving you a good view of your backline and also stopping the defenders from coming out this way. The reason I'm talking through the map first is because Brig is kind of like the traffic cop. It's funny you're wearing the cop skin. She can make it really hard for people to take space if she doesn't want them to, because she's got that whip shot on a very short cooldown. She's got a shield that can help her tank cooldowns and survive, disengage into cover. And she's got her shield bash, which can be used offensively, but primarily you want to use it defensively. It goes a lot further than Overwatch 1. So even though it doesn't have the stun, it's a really strong disengaged tool. You can get a little aggressive, get yourself a little in trouble, look like maybe you're killable, and then shield bash away. And she's got that armor. She's a little tougher to kill than most supports. And combined with that, she has a really easy means of pocketing, especially squishies. You've got an Ashe and a Sojourn, kind of a double sniper deal. This is a pretty good comp. I would have maybe thought about Zen for this, but I understand the Brig. Yeah, and so it's not hard for you to give someone a lot of sustain or give your tank sustain. And if they push into you, you activate your Inspire. The other thing to think about, I think in Overwatch 1, it was really focused on trying to hit as many whip shots as possible in order to keep Inspire uptime as high as possible. That was a really important goal on Brig. And in Overwatch 2, and I'm understanding this basically from some YouTube videos from a player called Holy Shift Kid, who is a top-ranked Brig and explains how to play it really well. In Overwatch 2, you really got to think about your Inspire as an ability that you activate, almost a cooldown. So instead of thinking it as something you need to have up all the time, because in Overwatch 1, things were a lot more static with two tanks. In Overwatch 2, think about it like an ability, is it worth activating my healing by swinging here and making myself vulnerable, or is it not? So I think the biggest thing I saw in this first point of defense, I think you're in a good spot. You don't want them taking this high ground. You want to be able to whip shot people pushing through here or pushing over here and maybe get a boop, right? So that your snipers who aren't here But theoretically, and maybe Ashel's shotgun up here, maybe Sojourn. Looks like she's walking up here. So your snipers can hold down this place. And whip shots are easier to hit if someone's coming through like a door, right? So if we... Let's fast forward through a little of this. So this setup is kind of okay. You can help your Sojourn here. Mercy really should be on high ground up with you. But it looks like she, for now, is going to try and pocket these two folks. So you should be worried about controlling the other team's positioning. It's a little like Lucio in that way. Your Sojourn's in a really good spot. I personally... I think on Brig, you're probably okay down here. Maybe a little more back here. Yeah, over here, you're exposed to these sniper angles. That's the thing you've got to worry about. You see how Widow's already up here? You got to worry about these sightlines at the opening because a Hanzo, Widow, even a Sojourn can mess you up. But you can also go up. You can jump on this little knob and then jump again and go up. You can get to here on any character. Walk to the edge of this box, and you can just do a regular jump. It's a little low percentage. You can shield bash over on Brig. But this is a good spot, too, because you really don't want people... Like, if I'm on a tank, if I'm on D.Va or something, I roll out, like, here, and I'm trying to get in here. Because I want to clear out this person, and then use this off angle to harass you, maybe, or anyone over here. It's not a bad idea sometimes to start here, but at least be aware that that's where your Sojourn is, right? Again, we're Brig. We can throw these health packs. You want to know kind of where everyone is. So if we hear any voice cues like, I'm taking fire, you know where to flick. And right now, I would say this is too aggressive of a peak. Because you're not going to kill anyone. You're not on like Hanzo or something, right? And if I'm playing D.Va or especially Ramatra, and you don't know what they have yet, right? And I see you there on Ramatra, I'm just popping Nemesis and walking on you, and you're a free kill. And D.Va probably can clean you out too. She doesn't. But this like whip shot here doesn't really get you that much, right? Like D.Va's like, okay, I'm gonna try and kill you. There's a what do they call that? Object memory issue with, like toddlers with like peekaboo. It's because they don't like remember that the face is behind the hands, so they're surprised every time. And I kind of feel that way sometimes with like low-ranked games. Like people are like, "Oh shit, there's a thing there," and then kind of they run away and they're like, "Oh." But all I'm trying to say, I'm sorry, it's a little early for me. All I'm trying to say is you want to be thinking about like what you're trying to accomplish right now, right? What's kind of your win condition? With Brig, it's like, and on this map with a really strong high ground, a good defense, you're really just trying to hold your good positioning on D and stop them from taking it. Like, and even if you're whip shot and you get Inspire, there's no one near you to get healed. So you're just kind of throwing damage, I guess building ult charge. But I would be here, I'd be waiting for D.Va to boost and trying to whip shot her boost so she can't boost where she wants to and maybe lands in a bad spot and then maybe Sig rocks her or something. So I hope that makes sense. And also with defense, it's really important to keep track of kind of like make a mental plan for where you want the cart to be. It's more important on tank, which I play a lot of, but like right now the cart helps them push, right? It's like free cover. They can kind of peek it and pressure these guys. But there's going to come a point where the cart isn't so good on cover, and let's see. Right, just about here. It needs to get a little further. But now, if they want to pressure these guys, they kind of come into this narrow choke here. And this would be a good spot to try and keep it, right? So you're also like kind of peeking a little early, and you don't get punished for it, but you kind of should be. Right? These things kind of do nothing. You need to be focused on your Ash here. He's finally in a good spot, and your Sojourn, and helping them hold down this high ground. You see his Kree coming around, right? We're like focused on getting pressured by this tank. Imagine if you were here though, checking this flank. You could hide from a diva here, and you could just whip shot him off, right? Free kill. Or you could probably shield bash over, block his mag, and hit him down because he's like half health, right? And your Ash is kind of clueless. And so's your Sojourn. They're all focused on, I guess, this Lucio, who they're not going to kill. So that's kind of a big thing. The other thing he says is you should always, like, you should kind of hold shield bash unless you think you can kill someone by shield bashing. You should hold your shield bash to run away, and especially from tanks. You should never shield bash at a tank unless you're like absolutely certain, like Diva's at a quarter health or something, right? And instead we kind of drop, I guess because of the tank pressure. But yeah, this is just a little more awareness. Like, let's go back a little actually. I want to know why you dropped. Or what you saw. Okay, so we shield bash there. Again, we're not looking behind us to check on these positions, right? If you get pressured up here, you can always go back to this corner. If you're worried that the tank's going to push you, you can always go here. Brig is kind of like a midfielder. She's like a... Or really like a... I don't know. I mean, I guess like a defender. She's really focused on helping other people hold their ground when they need to, and then protecting people if they need to disengage. Okay, so we see that. We see Diva's pushing us. Okay, and that's how we drop. Right? I see Diva pushing me here. She can't boost again for like 5 seconds. I'll probably shield bash this way. Yeah, that's all. I don't want to harp on it, but we can see what happens after you leave the area, though. Right, now they have the high ground here. Kree kills that guy. We could probably be up here swinging on Lucio. We can throw health packs or say, but he's not in trouble, right? You're just kind of out of this fight. And they just come in and clean out the high ground. And once they have the high ground, it's really hard for Sigma to hold this, right? See how the junk just drops on him? I like that you got out here. And you're looking for an escape. We could have helped... we could be looking to help our Sigma disengage too. Because right now, 3 of our team are dead, right? We made the choice not to die on cart. Which always you need to make that decision. When people start dying, can I get out or do I need to die on cart right now? Because otherwise you start staggering, and as a healer, that's one of the worst things you can do is be out of sync with your tank, especially. So we have our tank here. He's disengaging. This Junkrat wants to kind of jump on top of him. He's that type of Junkrat. Yeah, we want to look to be shield bashing people away, or whip shotting people away from our tank. Who's a little clueless. He shouldn't be this wide peeking, but he can survive that with you healing him, especially if you get a Inspire. We could look to jump in front of our Ash here and shield her, because our biggest concern is spam, like from this Junkrat, and we have a full shield. I also think your health pack management, I think it's okay because you really wanted your tank to live, but I would have been thinking about, you need to think about when You need to always know when you use your last health pack. And make sure you make like a decision. I really need to use this right now. Because in general, this kind of carries from Overwatch 1. You kind of want your last health pack available to heal your other healer in particular. Right now would be a good time to look for a whip shot. The cart is... You're not going to push forward to hold the cart here. It's really bad. You're going to wait for the cart to come up, like on first point. And you're low on health packs, right? The other thing is I think you're kind of okay here. Maybe tighter to the corner, right? The other thing you could think about doing is shield bashing across here and helping your Sojourn secure this territory. Because now you're on BAP. The BAP's going to heal your Sigma. He blew his Emort like way too early. But your rules changed a little because now you have someone who really wants to pocket the tank and be looking downrange and like shooting where the tank is. So he's kind of got that. And now your responsibility is more the DPS. And helping them hold position and then protecting BAP. And there you go. Yeah, we kind of don't need to panic here. Just assess the situation. I think you're better off. We're in a poke phase, right? The teams are seeing if they can kill each other before they actually engage each other. So this is more about getting map position and stuff. And if you're just constantly out of health packs in the poke phase, when they actually start to push you, you won't be able to bail anyone out, right? I like that you're looking for this. That you're checking the flank. That's absolutely what you should be doing. But like, let's look at what Kree sees. This is coming. Blah, blah, blah. Do you see how like wide you are? But, you know, you make it really hard for him. He blows his stuff, both his cooldowns, right? Just from seeing you more or less. So the only thing you could do a little better is use your shield to peek here. And kind of just like bloop, right? And try and block that mag grenade. I think maybe you did. But you gotta just know the matchup. I'm gonna go for that. Okay. And we succeeded in that, right? We stopped the Kree. That's enough. We gotta come back here and check on our guys. Check on our boys. I think Ash is about to die because she's dumb. No, you got her. But our Sig is dumb. Right, we lost our tank. They lost their tank. It's kind of even. We want to hold here, probably. So that's the one other thing I noticed is just like you need to keep track of how the fight's going. So right now we are up 1. Diva has no mech. Well, 1 3/4, let's say. Diva has no mech, which means you can kill it, right? And now they're down support, right? So really, your team has 2 supports, and actually, you specifically because you have a shield, you can kill Lucio, you can kill Baby Diva. If you're smart about your cooldown, if you're smart about your shield, you can kill Kree too, or at least you can boop him away because mobility sucks, right? So we should be trying to clean up now because our spawn is much closer than theirs. So our Sig is going to get back. If we can kill the Baby Diva before she gets mech, right, then we're up a tank. And our Sig's going to get back before they're BAP. So we really want to clean them up and get a clean fight win here so that we can get good map position. Brilliant. Now we're at 2. So now it's safe for you to push in. I would be like shield bashing in and going for either this Lucio. We got beat out. This is awesome. We emorted for no reason. But you should be looking to hold this corner. They beat it, but they, like, you guys didn't ult. You guys just need to get your ults and you'll win this fight, right? They got their Diva mech back. You need to be making it hard for them. Keep them in this space that sucks. They're pushing uphill. They don't have anyone on high ground. even though your teammates are in honestly shit positions, you still have just literally way more space. Like if you take damage, you have all this space to back up to. If they have to back up when they take damage, they go down this hill. They're just in a little shooting gallery, right? Which is great for your snipers. Yep. And we're out there. So I see the D.Va's back. I would be thinking about a rally here. Just because you know the Lucio ult is out, right? You got it pretty quickly. And you really want to clean these guys up. So I would be rallying as soon as it looks like we're having trouble doing that. And I'd be going for this Lucio right now. I'd shield bash over. Because you had the easiest time doing damage to him of anyone on your team. Yeah, and so once I see that Emort's out and I see that BAP is back in a good spot, it's 3v5, but your position sucks, right? And they've gotten a cart into a better spot. They can now start using it for cover to pressure this area. So anyway, I would be thinking to rally. Rally can be a really proactive ult and kind of a tempo ult. So to keep tempo, to keep momentum, so that you're winning, it's kind of, let's make sure we don't lose. And yeah, I would be blowing it here. You have a chance to further stagger their D.Va, who's low health. They use their Emort. You can push them over. You really don't want these guys. Like, see how this junk is coming in this way? What you really don't want, because your team is low ground, you don't want the junk to come like here or something, because he's just going to destroy you, right? So we just need to keep track of, like, this is taking a long time. Or here, think about rallying to try and kill this baby D.Va. Because again, yes, we're winning the fight, and it's great on D to win fights slowly, but our team is not in a good spot. Right? If we just look at the cooldowns that are out, a lot of people don't have them. Some of them are about to get them back. But like D.Va gets her mech back, right? And we're just at an even fight again. And we didn't get a chance really to reset. And take better spots. Or I'd rally. Yeah, great. I feel like that's a little late. So you see, like, kind of like push you guys over. Now, there's a lot of things that went wrong that weren't your fault. Like our BAP has no idea how to use Emort. Our Sigma or Sojourn could have ulted. She could have slid somewhere better and ulted. Our BAP could have ulted, although I don't know if that would have won the fight. It's not exactly your fault, but you do need to be thinking about, on Brig, I hope this is clear, like your team's position. So I think I've like taught a lot. I'm trying to keep these reviews shorter because they can tend to be like an hour or something like that. But that's kind of like the biggest thing I see. Let's look through this. All right. So our problem is we're coming from spawn, right? This point, again, almost all high ground, right? The cart goes under all this stuff. It's a little more balanced for Brawl. But you got this big ship. People can go over. The way you get to the top of the ship, if you don't have jump, is you can jump up here on this box and jump up here and then jump. Or this way. But that exposes you to more of the shots. Sometimes that's good if you have a couple people playing up there, and like I said, we need to recognize our roles changed a bit. We're the DPS pocket now, so we're helping our DPS take good spots. You might want to go out there if more than one person's out there. At the very least, when you roll out of respawn, you want to come up these stairs, maybe, to come out here, or come out these stairs. I like that you're bashing people away from good spots, though. We see this thing, right? We really don't want D.Va using it. We want to use our whip shot as a short cooldown. Yeah. We can look to shield someone from bomb if we need to. We're kind of spamming our health packs because we think our Sig's in danger, but he's full health. Remember, you only get 3. They're really important. I'd be looking to maybe heal the Bob, actually, here. Yeah, there we go. Right? No problem in killing Lucio. You absolutely mess him up. We're winning this fight. We push our advantage a bit. If they work back, you walk forward. Same principle on kind of any support. We could take this space and boot them out of Emort. We should be looking to help clean up. We're one of the best heroes at snowballing. People can kill you easily if they have cooldowns and stuff, but then if they don't, you have the shield. It's like an infinite cooldown, right? So you can block a lot of things that are dangerous. So I guess I would call that like recognizing when to be aggressive. Right? That's like, it's not terrible, but you're not doing anything with that, right? Again, look to Booper when she actually is trying to get somewhere. Like there. Would have been a really good spot. Just boot that D.Va back. She wants to close distance. So again, we're kind of like holding down the middle these last few moments. We're kind of holding down like the middle of our team. Whoa. Oh. We're kind of holding down the middle of our team here. And we could be causing a lot more problems for people. Playing up here, preventing people from going through here or here, right? Just like on first point. And you can still boop them. You can boot this BAP away from healing D.Va. You could boot the D.Va. Here we're kind of playing, we're giving up a lot of space, and we're kind of not able to control this area as well. Like if you're on high ground and you boop someone, they fall off it, right? And from here, you can also like, it's very important to make sure people come through here. You can also land a whip shot, maybe like this far. It has a surprisingly far range. Or even if people come up here. But we're kind of in open space and have a little bit of a come kill me sign. Right? See how you like, you're focused on this tank. Maybe you'll kill him, but you need to be the bodyguard, right? Kree shouldn't just walk past you for free. If he uses his role especially, and his mag grenade, you should kill him. You're the bouncer, right? Defender of squishies. And we could have contested there too. I like the ego backline here in Pop Rally. Yeah. We kind of boop Lucio to safety. We can look to kill him. You should also notice after this time that you're pretty in sync with Junkrat in terms of your ults. Like he's always popping tire after you pop rally. So it's just something to be aware of. To expect, you can flash your shield and block. So 9s block the tires for yourself, like survive it. Right, so I would probably shield bash here and look to protect, make sure that the VAP is safe. He's good. I love that little flank though that you just did. Yeah, go after the Lucio. Yeah, get him. Get that nasty Lucio. Again, we see the diva is low, right? You can probably push him a little. In this position, again, you're not stopping any flanks. You're not protecting anyone. And it's different. It's different than being a tank, right? You're not going to frontline, but you want to be like, oh, I did all this stuff to get this way, and now I have this brig to deal with. So you kind of want to be maybe hugging this box if you're going to play here. You could be positioned with your other support, like over here, because you could always shield bash in. Yeah. This area is very pushable, and you're not by a corner, really, right? And right now, they're in a choke, and they have a few options. They can go through here. They can go through this big one. And they can go over here, maybe, and get, like, a wide angle. They don't really have many flank options. It's a good part of the map for you to hold, and also their cart now is out. Right? Now they have to go through this empty space into your snipers if they want to push the cart. Alright, we should have saved their BAP there. And again, we're out of health packs, right? Right when they're pushing. So I guess the other thing is just be okay with chilling a little. And maybe look for a whip shot here so that you get more healing going. Diva's out of mech, biggest threat to you. You could probably shield bash in and look to kill her or Lucio. So I think when you're aggressive, you're effective. The trick is to know when to be aggressive when it won't get you killed. And I guess that's kind of true of every hero, but we just didn't keep track of everyone there. And now we're coming out. We can go left, which is slower, or right. They're kind of not winning this fight, so you don't have to worry too much. I would go right because it's faster. But sometimes it's worth it to go left just if two of your teammates have gone right so that they have two doors to defend. Because everyone stuffs this by going here. So sometimes if you come out here where there's more cover, a flank route, and access to the bridge here. But we need to be immediately looking and seeing, do we need to help our VAP? We do. Right? We had all our health packs. Did you have health packs there? Alright, so we need to help our VAP, but we don't. He gets got. We're activating Inspire. We take so much damage to do this, right? Because you kind of come here, you hear the window. You really probably don't even want to whip shot it through the window because you're going to take so much damage. But even then, like a little peek would be better. This guy's on fire. I don't know why we don't health pack him. I guess we miss. Yeah. I think we missed a shield bash on a Bob to knock him down. But even then, you know there's windows here. So you keep peeking the window and they're just going to blow through your shield and kill you. I think this fight's probably the end. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to stop there. If you have questions about attack, we can maybe look at it later for the map. But yeah, I think that's kind of enough to go through for now. So yeah, let me know, and hope this is helpful.